Make sure you grab those incense. Incense is delicious. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So can you hear the air purifier in the background? Does it sound like a fan? Let me know if you hear it in the background, yo. Do you hear the fan? Do you hear the air purifier, man? Is it making noise? Tell me, girls and boys. Do I need to turn it off? Perdonnez-moi. Hey, can you hear it in your ears? Is my voice sounding clear? If it's late at night, it's Friday, grab your beers, drink 'em up, tip 'em back, tip 'em back. If you gotta smoke some crack, I'm just kidding, don't smoke it, save it for next time, 'cause it's business time, and I'm done with the rhymes. How's everybody doing today? I'm chilling in my jammies. Chilling in the jammies. So, those of y'all, let me turn this shish off. Boink. Those of y'all that follow the Doom Wave and have been in here as of late will know that I've been doing a lot of reading lately, a lot of studying of some great material in selling businesses, going back to, hey Shroom Wave, yes, many shrooms have entered this body. Many. The magical kind, the not so magical kind. I've said it a million times. Mushrooms are very, very good for the body. Every day I partake in about, I would say, almost 20 different shrooms of all varieties. From lion's mane to shiitake to reishi to chaga to all sorts of other ones that my small brain cannot pronounce. They are delicious. Hi, Wolf Lycan. I have not seen you in the channel before. Welcome. Welcome to the Doom Squad. Today, as sometimes I've done in the past, we will be reading a little bit of the Tao, or the Tao, depending on how you want to pronounce it. I get in these crazy modes sometimes when work gets busy, life gets busy, and I'm the type of person who, when I focus on something, it eats all of my existence. And a lot of times I feel like playing games diverts that mental energy. And I just, I'm not in the mood to play games. I'm in serious mode. That being said, if there is some particular games the chat out there wants me to play, I'll be more than happy to play them. I'll just have to, get in that mindset. Maybe for instance tomorrow, when I'm, hanging out with the fam, watching the kids, I murder her every night, if you know what I mean, yeah. So yeah, that's where my head is at with the games right now. Turn this light on a little brighter so you could see my shiny head. My head's so shiny. Whatever happened to the guy who called me shiny? He never came back. I'm so shiny, like a doobie-dee-ba-doo-ba-da-ba-dee. Yes, indeed. I think he got drunk and forgot all about me. Wouldn't be the first time. That's where your head is at. Yes. That's a shiny head today. It just got shined up about finished up roughly 2 hours ago. Got my dome polished. Yes. Sorry if I just blasted a bunch of music in your ear. So, tonight I've decided to get all zen with it. From the look of it, my head is in a lot of places. I don't know what that means. If you want to explain that to me, I'd be more than welcome to allow you to extrapolate. Yeah, I go in there, they clean up the lines, baby, make sure I'm nice and tight. Nice and fresh. Give it a little spit shine. Oh, it's so, look, a little AMS on. So shiny, so soft. I love rubbing it. Yeah, so we got some space. Got some space going on. Some nice, calm, relaxing tunes. You know what? Maybe, give me 1 second. Maybe I'll, dim the lights a bit for a little ambiance. Yes, a little ambiance. What in the world is that thing, Huey? That's odd. Bye, Huey. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate your time and your input. Don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you. You know what I mean, So, without further ado, let me get comfy here. I'm gonna get nice and laid back up in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And actually, let me do this. I don't know if you will be able to read it, but let's see here. Come here. Oh, you're really gonna cut the things off there? You dirty scoundrel. We are actually on number 15. I don't know, how is that? Can you read it if you have me in full screen mode? Let me see. It's a little difficult. Let me see if I can zoom in here. Doink. There we go. Maybe one more. There we go. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. So let me see if I can move it up a scotch. Right there. Take this down a little bit. There we go. There we go. That way, if you want to read along with the Doom, you are more than welcome. Get this fucking shit out of the way here. So, Wouldn't that be awesome to just lay down on a pillow of a nebula and just float about? You can actually technically almost sleep in space if you go into one of those float chambers. I don't know if they have those in your country, Wolf Lycan. And welcome again, sir. Feel free to check out the About section, join the Discord, the lamest Discord in the third dimensional reality. Get notifications, drop a follow. We're also on Mixer, YouTube, Twitch, and all that other good jazz. And as always, I do appreciate your time. Thank you for stopping by. How did you hear about the channel? Just perusing the homepage there? I always appreciate Yui stopping by and telling me to fuck off. It's always nice of him. With his wonderful melt sticker. So, people of power. Once upon a time, people who knew the way were subtle, spiritual, mysterious, penetrating, unfathomable. Since they're inexplicable, I can only say what they seemed like. Cautious. Oh yes, as if wading through a winter river. It's kind of hard if it's frozen. Alert, as if afraid of the neighbors. Polite and quiet like house guests. Elusive like melting ice. Blank like uncut wood. Empty like valleys. Mysterious, oh yes, they were like troubled water. Who can by stillness, little by little, make what is troubled grow clear? Who can by movement, little by little, make what is still grow quick? To follow the way is not to need fulfillment. Unfulfilled, one may live on, needing no renewal. Interesting. So originally they were unfathomable. Unfathomable. I always want to throw an extra syllable in there. Unfathomable. And if you have any questions or comments on what we are reading, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the stanzas. Returning to the root. Be completely empty. Be perfectly serene. The 10,000 things arise together. In their arising is their return. Now they flower, and flowering, sink homeward, returning to the root. The return to the root is peace. Peace. To accept what must be, to know what endures. In that knowledge is wisdom. Without it, ruin, disorder. To know what endures is to be open-hearted, magnanimous, regal, blessed, following the Tao, the way that endures forever. The body comes to its ending, but there is nothing to fear. Yes, being completely empty is definitely an excellent way of life. Many times in the new spiritual, new age movement, they will stress that your wants and desires can be manifested by your thoughts and your meditations and your prayers. What I would argue is that unless it is a pure desire for others, essentially we are manifesting our will on this reality. And if we're not careful, our will, usually as fallible human beings, is clouded with issues of the ego, with desires to satisfy one of the five thieves, also known as the five senses. Because if you look at every evil deed on the planet done by humans. It is generally a deed that is performed to acquire something to satisfy one of the five senses, whether it's greed, lust, gluttony, murder, any of those 7 deadly sins, and all of the little ones in between. It's imperative to be completely empty and want without wanting. Want desires that you have to be fulfilled, but make sure those desires do not stem from the root of the ego. After all, as we watch space, space is completely happy with being and existing, no matter what's in it. And even before there was things in space, it was happy. And I found in my life, being happy for what you don't have will bring forth what you are supposed to have. And then utilizing what you have to bless others will then allow you to acquire more things. Things not... Oh, thank you for the ice cream, Summer. Things... Hey, hi Ducky, how you doing, brother? Welcome. Things not as material things, even though, material things are important in this realm. They make us happy, they make us comfortable. But sometimes that happiness and that comfort only breeds disdain, only breeds covetousness, it only breeds wanting more, or being, I guess, lackadaisical in our search for what is real. Number 17. Let's see if I can page down this. Acting simply. True leaders are hardly known to their followers. Next after them are the leaders. The people know and admire. After them, those they fear. After them, those they despise. To give no trust is to get no trust. When the work's done right, with no fuss or boasting, ordinary people say, "Oh, we did it." So that's a great stanza. I mean, what I take from that is that if you are a true leader, your followers don't need you. They don't know you well, because your job as a leader is to teach people to know themselves. And if people are caught up, I guess, so to speak, in knowing themselves, they won't have time to know you. They won't care to know you. Because knowing oneself takes a lot of time. One would argue that if you spend every waking moment of your life trying to get to know yourself and understanding yourself, you would have no time for other things. What's interesting is, as it goes down and it describes the different leaders, you have the people know and admire. That would be like movie stars, right? Or famous people, rap artists, song artists. After those, you have those they fear, which would be, let's say, dictators of a country. After them, those they despise, which, even back to those they fear, it could be a certain parenting style. A lot of times your kids will fear you. And through that fear will eventually come the despisement. Many people, can relate to that in despising certain leaders in their government, or certain leaders in religious organizations. And when the work is done right with no fuss or boasting, ordinary people say, "Oh, we did it." So a true leader will give credit to those who are underneath him or those who he teaches. Be from the balance, be not from the weight of the universe, be as its reflection of itself, learning about itself. Some teachings say that's why we're here, actually, because when the prime creator, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, when he was a single point in existence, or it, he and she, the duality in one, it could not perceive itself. Then it created another point from which it could understand time and distance and space. But with the third point, then it could actually perceive itself and understand through the third dimension what it looked like and what other beings thought of it with free will. Crazy stuff, huh? Second best, stanza 18. In the degradation of the great way come benevolence and righteousness. With the exaltation of learning and prudence comes immense hypocrisy. I think we were talking about that today, Bad Clown, earlier today. The disordered family is full of dutiful children and parents. The disordered society is full of loyal patriots. Let's go back to the middle sentence there. With the exaltation of learning and prudence comes immense hypocrisy. When you exalt, when you raise up on high learning and prudence, or rightful actions, where you get the word prude from, stiff, rigorous laws and rules, come immense hypocrisy. Because as humans, we will never be able to meet those standards. And when we learn and think too much and put the worship on knowledge instead of wisdom, we tend to be self-righteous. And I'm sure we've all met somebody like that, right? The knowledge Nazis who will jump at every opportunity to correct you where they perceive you are wrong, with numb, empty facts, without truly understanding the facts, without truly having wisdom or life experience with those facts. Hey, where did my thing go? Where did you go, Tao? There you are. Don't forget to grab those incense. Coming at you, 28 seconds. Second best. In the degradation of the great way comes benevolence and righteousness. Oh, I already did that one. My bad. We're going to raw silk and uncut wood. Stop being holy. Forget being prudent. It'll be 100 times better for everyone. Stop being altruistic. Forget being righteous. People will remember what family feeling is. Stop planning. Forget making a profit. There won't be any thieves and robbers. But even these 3 rules needn't be followed. What works reliably is to know the raw silk, hold the uncut wood, need little, want less, forget the rules, and be untroubled. Wow, that one could be confusing. And welcome if you're new here. If you're just joining us, we are partaking in the wonderful words of Lao Tzu. Feel free to read along. I will actually allow me to, really quick, share a link in the chat if you want to pull it up on your own screen. This is the exact translation from Legun or Leguin. I believe I'm getting a pimple on my nose. Oh no. So, some feedback on this one. Chat, why are you so quiet? What do you think it means by, for instance, stop being altruistic, forget being righteous? People will remember what family feeling is. Stop planning, forget making profit. There won't be any thieves and robbers. What I gather from that statement is if and this goes back to a conversation I had maybe roughly a month ago with an individual who believes that it is within all beings' nature to do what's best for themselves, which to a degree I understand as far as surviving. But in my opinion, that's where it ends. Once you are able to survive, and you know that as long as you work hard, you can survive. If you put aside and forget about making a profit, there won't be any thieves and robbers. Obviously in the system that we live in, profit is very important. But if you forget about it and you, let's say if you're, if you provide a service, if you don't worry about making a profit and all you focus on is your customers or people who work for you, the profit will always come. For instance, if let's say I have an employee who feels unappreciated, who feels that the compensation that they receive for their time they give me is not appropriate, and that my profits are out of line for the amount of work I put in or whatnot and so forth. It's human nature that individual will then turn to thievery. They will find ways to compensate themselves from the coffers of my business in a dishonest manner. But if I forget about my profits and I make sure my sole focus is that everybody who does business with me and everybody who works with me is completely happy, completely taken care of. If those customers and those partners in business, I don't like to call them workers. It's kind of degrading or whatnot. But if those people are good people, then they will understand that they are greatly appreciated, and then they will treat others in such a manner. And that is the ripple, that is the wave. Pardon me. I need some water. Stanza 20. Being different. How much difference between yes and no? What difference between good and bad? What the people fear must be feared. Oh, desolation! Not yet has it reached its limit. Everybody's cheerful as if at a party, or climbing a tower in springtime. And here I sit unmoved, clueless like a child, a baby too young to smile. Forlorn, like a homeless person. Most people have plenty. I'm the one that's poor, a fool right through. How much difference between yes and no? Really, I mean, that's a profound statement, and one would look at that and say, that makes no sense. Of course there's difference. Of course, I mean, they're opposites. But for a trained mind who can analyze that statement, is there a difference? Because if I say, in a situation, logically, you only have a certain number of yeses and a certain number of nos until, if I say yes to one, that equals a no to another, or that equals a no to myself. So really, is there a difference? Right? Say, for instance, somebody comes to me and says, may I have $5? I say yes to them, but it's no to me, or no to the next person. So is there a difference? Is there a difference between good and bad? You know, take religious teachings. One religion's good is another religion's bad. One person would perceive, let's say, the act of abortion. One would perceive that good, and one would perceive that bad. It may be good for the mother, but it's bad for the baby in one belief system. It may be bad for the mother and good for the baby in another belief system. It may, in some belief systems, be good for both parties, or bad for both. So when you remain empty and do without doing and want without wanting, there is no difference. Because at that point you experience the difference from both perspectives. From outside of everything. And to finish this, because it's on the second page. Ignorant, most people are so bright. I'm the one that's dull. Most people are so keen. I don't have the answers. Oh, I'm desolate at sea, adrift without harbor. Everybody has something to do. I'm the clumsy one out of place. I'm the different one, for my food is the milk of the mother. And to read the footnotes on this. The difference between yes and no, good and bad, is something only the bright people, the people with answers, can understand. A poor stupid Taoist can make it out. This chapter is full of words like huang, which mean wild, barren, famine, tun, ignorant, chaotic, hun, dull, turbid, men, sad, puzzled, mute, and hu, confused, obscured, and vague. They configure chaos, confusion, a bewilderness in which the mind wanders without certainties, desolate, silent, awkward. But in that milky, dim strangeness lies the way. It can't be found in the superficial order imposed by positive and negative opinions, the good/bad, yes/no, moralizing that denies fear and ignores mystery. Whew, that's some deep ass ish. Some deep ass. Deep. Nothing and not. Get them incense. Grab them up. Nature doesn't make long speeches. Oh, you know what I forgot? My bad. I forgot something. In case we got some cats in the other platforms. I'm sorry guys if you're sitting here watching and chatting and I didn't respond. I did not have my Restream chat open. Oopsie loopsie. Madooba doopsie. I feel horrible. The empty heart. I skipped a page. The greatest power is the gift of following the way alone. How the way does things is hard to grasp, elusive. Elusive, yes, hard to grasp. Yet there are thoughts in it hard to grasp, yes, elusive. Yet there are things in it hard to make out, yes, and obscure. Yet there is spirit in it, veritable spirit. There is certainty in it. From long, long ago till now, it has kept its name, so it saw the beginning of everything. How do I know anything about the beginning? By this. The greatest power is the gift of following the way alone. Mysticism rises from the returns of the irreducible, unsayable reality of this. This is the way. This is the way. Growing downward. Ooh, like a root. Like a tree root. You know what I like about trees? Fun fact. A lot of times the root represents and is physically similar. I believe it's called dendrils or dendrite. The roots almost mimic the foliage and the branches of the tree. If we could see down to the roots and see the top of the tree, like in a cross section of the earth at the same time, they would look very similar. It's a representation of the mystic way of as above, so below. All things are a recreation of the original creation. Just microcosms and macrocosms of themselves. Growing downward. Be broken to be whole. Twist to be straight. Be empty to be full. Wear out to be renewed. Have little and gain much. Have much and get confused. So why souls hold to the one and test all things against it? Not showing themselves, they shine forth. Not justifying themselves, they're self-evident. Not praising themselves, they're accomplished. Not competing, they have in all the world no competitor. What they used to say in the old days, be broken to behold, was that mistaken? Truly, to be whole is to return. Many say that statement, to be broken to be whole, is one must die to live. You know, all things are created twisted, so to make the twisted straight, you must twist still. Twist harder, twist in different directions. Thank you for hanging out, my friends. I appreciate your time. And your support. Hot Mama Bella coming in hot with the 10 diamonds. I wish 10 diamonds. 10 lemons, pardon me. The Ice Cremo. The artist formerly known as Hot Mama Bella. So who's out there? Who's in the chat? I know Moist has us tabbed. Summer One Sunshine's out here. Bad Clown's probably got us tabbed. That's only 3, so we have 2 more here. Wolfie, you still here? You still hanging out? Wolf Lycan. Bro, you cooking some breakfast. I know you're here, Bad Clown. I know Summer One Sunshines. I always like to know who's here. Just say hi. You know, if you're popping in, no need to chat. Just, I want to greet you. I want to thank you for your time personally, by name. I always have this thing about people who stop by and don't say hi. You know, it's kind of like going into somebody's house and just like sneaking in the door and hiding in a closet somewhere. I mean, you're more than welcome to do it. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you gain something from the experience. You know, when I'm playing games, maybe a little entertainment. When we're doing things like this, maybe some food for thought to chew upon. Nom, 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 nom. That's right, Dookie's here. Yes, I love the Dookie. Ducky, what's new in the Destiny world, my friend? I haven't played in many a rotation. Many days. As you can see, we're doing a campaign now. We're trying to raise some money for my buddy Bad Clown there. His mother is in dire need of some specialist treatment in the Philippines. And the specialist she needs to go to is rather expensive and a far trek to get there. So we're all working together to try and help my friend out here, Bad Clown. Once I do reach the 10,000 lemon goal, we're going to break him off with a little shuntin'. Basically, all the proceeds are going to him. He's very thankful, as am I. And you know, hopefully, once we do reach that goal and break him off, you know, maybe we'll have a little celebration. On an absolutely polar opposite note, I am thinking about tomorrow on doing the dress stream with the chocolate sauce. So hopefully Stag will be around because he's the one who's funding the event. I unfortunately got myself into a situation to where I must now wear a dress and pour chocolate sauce all over my shiny head and maybe some other areas. Might get a little frisky, so most likely gonna reserve that content for DLive and X-tag it, cause a nip might slip. So let the ice creams drip. Nothing and not. Nature doesn't make long speeches. A whirlwind doesn't last all morning. A cloudburst doesn't last all day. Who makes the wind and rain? Heaven and earth do. If heaven and earth don't go on, certainly people don't need to. The people who work with Tao are Tao people. They belong to the way. People who work with power belong to power. People who work with loss belong to what's lost. Give yourself to the way, and you'll be at home on the way. Give yourself to power, and you'll be at home in power. Give yourself to loss, and when you're lost, you'll be at home. To give no trust is to get no trust. Chilling with the Doom Cheese. You know what we might break into as well? I don't know. I kind of want to read that first. I've been really itching to get into the Hermetic Link. I mean, that's some level 9,000 stuff right there. The Hermetic information. That's something I can't just break into that with newbies. You kind of got to be initiated into the simple basics of mysticism to kind of get into that stuff. Otherwise, it'll just be you'll be like, what is that? Proportion. It's a rather for a Friday night, it's rather empty out here. Out of the 200 plus people I'm following, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people streaming. Only 6. some of the usual gaming content folks, they're not here. They must be out getting their groove on, enjoying their Friday evening. Out in the club, dancing, breaking it down. Getting their drink on, getting their smoke on, and going home with something to poke on. Little 90s reference there. Or 2000. Yeah, 2000. The Chronic. Well, thanks for hanging out, Ducky. If you, Ducky, if you do have Discord, you can use it on your phone as well. Maybe one of these days we'll jump on a Discord chat. Pardon me. You can't keep standing on tiptoe or walk in leaps and bounds. You can't shine by showing off or get ahead by pushing. Self-satisfied people do no good. Self-promoters never grow up. Such stuff is to the Tao as garbage is to food, or a tumor to the body, hateful. The follower of the way avoids it. I know you are, Ducky, but that stuff, I mean, that's why I haven't even read this guy yet. This guy right here. Bam.
You can donate your dress and write it off using
Hey,
tax
we got
aid.
ads in
So
the
don't call
house.
us.
What up, ads? Ducky, you take care of the ads. Little Destiny humor. Little Destiny humor. Little Destiny humor. Imagining the mystery. There is something that contains everything. Before heaven and earth it is. Oh, it is still embodied, all on its own, unchanging, all-pervading, ever-moving, so it can act as the mother of all things. Not knowing its real name, we only call it the way. If it must be named, let its name be great. Greatness means going on. Going on means going far, and going far means turning back. Going far means turning back. You know, that reminds me of the symbol of infinity. You know, if you travel, you know, take the 8 on its side. If you travel long enough and you go far enough, you will always return from where you started. That's the nature of life. If you live long enough, you will return to the death from which you came. The non-physical form. I have something bookmarked in here. I know not why. This stuff is great. So, the Hermetic link. This was written by Jacob Slavenberg. He's a resident of the Netherlands. He holds a PhD in cultural history and the author of numerous books on the Hermetic tradition and Gnostic wisdom. In particular, he has done extensive work with the Nag Hammadi Library, which is also right here. Now this one, I've read the snot out of. You can tell it is very, very used. I don't know if you can see all the creases, and it's the one thing I love about a soft cover book is as it becomes used, you know, it's almost like you suck, you know, you suck the essence out of it by reading it, and it actually becomes soft. You know, it's almost like a blanket. The book becomes soft from being bent and opened and read, and the life essence of the wisdom in the book becomes absorbed. And it just feels like a comfortable, you know, like when you're a kid you have that blankie. It just feels like a comfortable blankie I love it. I love it. I'm actually rereading it. I'm on page 125, The Secret Book of John. Haven't touched it in about 8 months. But, you know, when you're... And this one, obviously, I have not read it all. Still very stiff. Still very crisp. You can see how this guy just kind of flops. Whoop! Yeah, you've been used. I go through phases. You know, having that's the beauty sometimes of having ADHD, like I do. You become, you're very distracted with multiple things, but once you decide to do one thing, it just like you're so focused on it. If you learn how to concentrate that energy, you know, be like Cyclops, optic blast. You're just like, just hone in on that. Summer One Sunshine will tell you all about that. Like streaming. I know not what you speak of. I know not. These words that come from your lips, I know nothing of. Heresy, I tell you. Heresy! You speak in words and riddles. I know not what you speak of. Stanza 25. And hey! Ooh, I got some lemons. Thank you for the lemons. And welcome. Welcome, everyone. To Doom Does Deepness. What's cool is that this book is really only... if you take apart the notes on the chapters, and the sources, it's only 81 stanzas, and we're on 25 at the moment. Welcome, thank you for joining us, new viewers. Thank you for stopping by. If you haven't seen, we're reading the Tao, or the Tao. We are on stanza 25, Imagining the Mystery. Feel free to say hello. If you enjoy some of this content as well as some of the games that I play, please drop a follow. You'll be notified of when I stream. Also check out the About section. Thank you for your time. Imagining mystery. There is something that contains everything. What up, Pep? Before heaven and earth it is. Oh, it is still, unbodied, all on its own, unchanging, all-pervading, ever-moving, so it can act as the mother of all things. Not knowing its real name, we call it the Way. If it must be named, let its name be great. Greatness means going on. Going on means going far, and going far means turning back. Do you see? Like I thought I was progressing, but I went back to where I started because I already read that stanza. So they say the way is great, heaven is great, earth is great, and humankind is great. For greatness in the world and humanity is one of them. People follow earth, earth follows heaven, heaven follows the way follows what is. Pep, actually my buddy from many years of playing Destiny is in. Hello, Corn Dog. How are you, brother? Thank you so much for the follow, my friend. Welcome. Welcome. Find the meaning in the journey by having no path to follow. Well, you know, we all follow the path that is given to us, but yes, that makes sense, Ducky. Don't, you know, and that it's such a hard line, you know, to profess, oh, don't follow the path, don't have wants, don't manifest the desires of your ego. But I mean, can we really exist in this world like that and still get ahead? Right? It's impossible. What's important, though, is when you get to the point to where you have systems, processes, and procedures in place, that we try our best to follow the way, right? Thank you, Corn Dog, for the kudos. I appreciate it. Have you heard of DLive, Corn Dog? Because that is my preferred platform. Not to say that I don't love Twitch and Mixer and the other ones that I'm streaming on at the moment, YouTube. But I found that if you like this type of content, which I'm going to be doing more often, DLive is the place to be. Everybody is so loving, so kind. It's a relatively newer platform. If you are a fellow streamer, Corn Dog, it's an excellent deregulated platform that operates on cryptocurrency. Check it out. I actually will drop a link in the chat for DLive. If you click that link, it'll bring you to DLive. It'll use me as a reference, which will be greatly appreciated. And you can sign up if you're a broadcaster, or a streamer, content creator yourself. Check it out. It's an amazing platform full of amazing people that will just blow your mind on how kind and awesome they are. Another awesome thing is you actually get paid to create content whether or not people watch it or not, which is really great. Really great. 26, the power of heavy. Heavy is the root of light, still is the master of moving. Ooh, I like that one. Heavy is the root of light, still is the master of moving. So why souls make their daily march with the heavy baggage wagon? Only when safe in a solid, quiet house do they lay care aside. How can a lord of a 10,000 chariots let his own person weigh less in the balance than his land? Lightness will lose him his foundation. Movement will lose him his mastery. How can a lord of 10,000 chariots let his own person weigh less in the balance than his land? Lightness will lose him his foundation. Movement will lose him his mastery. That's a deep one. It's almost, as she says in the notes there. I take heaviness to be the root matters of daily life, the baggage we bodily beings have to carry, such as food, drink, shelter, safety. If you go charging too far ahead of the baggage wagon, you may be cut off from it. If you treat your body as unimportant, you risk insanity or inanity. Ah, yes. It's almost like we do as humans, we tend to, we're the only creature on the planet that will forsake his own health, his own bodily wellness in the pursuit of items, in the pursuit of money, in the pursuit of happiness through material things. Money more specifically, so, we spend our lives dying to attain money, and then in the second half of our lives have to utilize that money to maintain our bodies. Why? Why do we do that? you know, even ones in my old family worked their entire lives. Now they enjoyed their lives, traveled, this and that, had much fun, only to have millions that they gave to corporations to then prolong their existence. And was that existence really enjoyable? You know, how much more enjoyment would you have had if you know, did other things with those funds, or didn't worry about obtaining those funds? That in which you have balance into the place beginning and of nothing before we get cut off by D-Live's short chat structure. Corn Dog Crown. I like that name. Is that like you have like corn dogs on the crown, or you are the crown of the corn dog? Because if I opened a corn dog and it had a crown on it, I wouldn't be able to eat it. I'd feel upset. Right? It's like, are you the king of corn dogs? Should I not be eating you? Will your surf-like corn dogs be upset, or your common corn dogs, will they lack a leader and resort to chaos and violence of their fellow corn dog man? I don't know. Just saying. Speaking of which, I haven't had a corn dog in a very, very long time. And now, thanks to you, I want one. Summer One Sunshine, if you're listening, let's get some corn dogs in the house. Corn dogs. I'm so hungry right now, thanks to you. Oh, I love you, but I hate you at the same time. Thou maketh my mouth water with the thoughts of corn dogs. I know it's bad for you. I know. But I want some damn corn dogs. Hey, full screen, can we make it happen here? Corn dogs, you know, corn, can I get some corn dogs? Hey, corn dogs. I be thinking about them corn dogs daily. If you don't get my corn dogs, baby, do me gonna have to go crazy. Maybe rob an old lady for corn dogs. Me love me some corn dogs. You know, and it's one of those things you never think about. You never think about corn dogs because you don't have them often. And then when you think about them, you realize how much you love them. God, I love me some corn dogs. It's like a beautiful hot dog wrapped in a buttery milky buttery blanket of good cornness. God. All right, I'm gonna stop talking about corn dogs. Yeah. So a shout out to Summer One Sunshine. Another thing which I believe is making me hungry is she is whipping up some homemade beef jerky that has been marinating for roughly 3 days, and we literally have to sit here and smell it cooking for like 14 hours before we can even eat it, and it smells so freaking good. I will eat some on live stream, and I will make you jealous, corn dog, of my beef jerky, if you're still here to even be jealous. Let's see. Is corn dog still here, bro? No, he's gone. Corn dog left us, bro. But he gave us a follow. Thank you, corn dog. Power of the heavy. We did that. Skill. Do you have the skill? Oh, 1:30? Well, I'll be sleeping. Maybe I'll wake up and like take a piece and just nom 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 nom. Good walkers leave no track. Good talkers don't stammer. Good counters don't use fingers. The best doors unlocked and unopened. The best knots not in a rope. and can't be untied. The best knot's not in a rope and can't be untied? What in the world? I don't even know what that means. So wise souls are good for caring for people, never turning their back on anyone. They're good at looking after things, never turning their back on anything. There's a light hidden here. Good people teach people who aren't good yet. The less good are the makings of the good. Anyone who doesn't respect a teacher or cherish a student may be clever, but he has gone astray. There's a deep mystery here. The hidden light and the deep mystery seem to be the signals, saying, think about this, about care for what seems unimportant. In a teacher's parental care for the insignificant student, in society's respect for mothers, teachers, and other obscure people who educate, there is indeed illumination and a profoundly human mystery. Having replaced instinct with language, society, and culture, we are the only species that depends on teaching and learning. We aren't human without them. In them is true power. But are they the occupations of the rich and mighty? Okay. The best doors unlocked and unopened. A door meaning unlocked and unopened. So like the best, the door possibly meaning the way into information or into wisdom or into knowledge. The best kind is unlocked, but unopened, because a great teacher will not just open the door for you. They will unlock the door. They will show you where the door is. Unlock the desire for the wisdom or the knowledge in your mind. Unlock it with the tools they will portray to you without telling you information up front, enabling you to see the door and to see that it's unlocked, but within your desire to know it, unopen the door. Yes. Yes. The best knots, not in a rope and can't be untied, because the best knot in the form of wisdom or teaching or knowledge isn't tied yet. It can't be untied because it's still in the mind of the one who wants to learn it. Or maybe the best knot represents infinite wisdom or knowledge, in that it's not in a knot, or it's not in a rope, and it can't be untied because it doesn't exist yet. The best knot is the eternal search for wisdom and knowledge. It's never attainable. It's never untieable. And it doesn't exist in a rope, which is where all knots would exist. It doesn't exist where you think you would find it. You would think that you would find a knot in a rope. But the best wisdom and knowledge is always where you don't expect it. It also can't be undone once you learn it. Douchebag! What's happening, brah? Welcome. Did you get your Kampupu hooked up, or are you on mobile? I'm chilling in my jammies and we reading the Tao. With my small ass head. I took a picture at a seminar I just went to for the new venture I'm doing. Priorities, bruh. Priorities. Oh, screw everything else. You need the Kampupu. You need it for work. You need it to hang out with Doom. You need it for Discord. You need it for other things. You know. You know. You know. You know. You know. Oh man, I've been sitting so much lately. Oh. Damn, this shit is shiny as a mofo, man. Look at that. And it's like glistening. I love it. Cook an egg. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get my hair laser. I'm gonna get laser hair removal on my head. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Cause I love the freaking feeling, and I mean, I don't want hair ever again. It ain't growing back completely. I might as well get the shit removed, right? So it's just forever smooth, like the eternal baby doom. I don't know. What do you think, Chad? I heard it hurts like hell. I heard it's very painful. I heard it's very painful. Oh, see? Now you got me wondering. Now you got me wondering. Really, bro? Shave your entire head to remove all the hair. Once any remaining hair grows back in at the roots, you can remove the stubble with an electric razor. That doesn't say. That doesn't say. The key word is permanently, friend. Like, what is wrong with you? What kind of dumbass answers are these? Are you fucking with people? Like, what? Scalp laser hair removal. I want that shit gone, bro. Cost. Let's see what it costs. I want to see what it costs. I'm sorry, I'm going off on a tangent.
How's it going, everyone, and welcome to white, grey, even red hair, because the pigment in that hair follicle simply isn't dark enough for the laser hair treatment to work. So that is something you will need to consider before looking into this procedure. So how long does laser hair removal take? Well, if we look online, one session will last anything from 30 minutes to 1 hour.
That's it?
And how many sessions will you need? Well, again, there are varying figures online, but the minimum requirement will be 6 sessions. And there's a lot of quotes online, 6 to 8 sessions, 8 to 12 sessions. So anything from 6 to 12 and more sessions. So you can probably expect
then I won't have to go get my hair done anymore, and I'll save like
sessions mark.
I'll save like $1,000 a year.
And the answer is yes. If you're a good candidate for this treatment, meaning you have that dark pigment in your hair, then this is a permanent treatment. And a lot of the online websites are very
I don't
careful
want
to
my
say
hair
to
to
you,
grow.
You need to have a
Are
really
you
good
listening
think if you
here,
wanna do
woman?
this procedure,
You know
because
this.
if you go for it and you suddenly want that hair back, it's not coming back. Does laser hair removal hurt?
Hell
Well,
yes.
Hurt, pain, different people have different pain thresholds, but you can most certainly expect a little bit of discomfort.
Yeah, so you gotta
the
get
feeling
it
is
done.
mostly described as a slight stinging or burning sensation, and one guy stated that it feels like pulling back an elastic band and getting permanently slapped on the head by that elastic band.
An elastic
For this
band.
clinic, or careful, you could experience something called hyperpigmentation, discoloring of the skin caused by different levels of melanin. So when you get this procedure done, before and after, you really need to be super careful in the sun, avoiding that UVA, and
obviously.
offer you for a top-up set work. And even after something like 6
Whoa.
sessions, if for example you did let that hair grow out, you do shave just hair. I myself laser hair sting, and I
He was supposed to tell the cost, you lying sack of doo-doo. I probably skipped over it. Oh well. A man searching for lost paradise can seem a fool to those who never sought the other world. A man searching for laser hair removal can seem a fool to those who never lost their hair. To those who don't have to go once a week to get their head shaved because it's too much work for them. Not doing. Oh, I'm doing it. I'll stream it too. I'll stream my laser hair removal. I will. I wonder if the men's room does it. Dollar Shave. Bro. No, it's you know how long it takes to do like my whole head and get it done right, and how much of a mess it makes, and how much I have to like Summer One Sunshine, perhaps you're not listening to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I no longer want to have to go once a week to be touched by other women. And then I can just go and get my beard done. Or while I'm doing this, I can tell them, just laser hair remove all this shit so I have a permanent line. Well, you know, if I had a cat, I'd let it lick it off, but unfortunately, my cat went away somewhere. You want to share that, Miss Summer One Sunshine? Not doing. Those who think to win the world by doing something to it, I see them come to grief. For the world is a sacred object. Nothing is to be done to it. To do anything to it is to damage it. To seize it is to lose it. Under heaven some things lead, some follow. Some blow hot, some blow cold. Some blow hot, some cold. Some are strong, some weak. Some are fulfilled, some fail. So the wise soul keeps away from the extremes, excesses, extravagance. Moderation in all things. That's basically what that's saying. Moderate yourself. I got a lot of moderation in the chat room. Deuce bag hot. A summer one sunshine and the ducky be moderating. Moderating for the nating. It ain't no sainting when I'm making a booty shaking and I be taking the bacon. Waking and baking and moderating the taking. Speaking Corona's all over the news lately. Look at the sun. Don't let it burn your eyes out. That'd be awesome if we can look at the sun and it actually looked like that up in the sky. Booty shaking, can't wait. Booty shaking, can't wait. Oh, we gonna have some booty shaking tonight? This is gonna be me after the booty shaking. Ugh. Boo, 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 boo. Booty shaking. She be giving, I ain't taking the booty shaking. Not making war or against war. Actually, no. I skipped one. Boop, 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 beep. There we go. Not making war. A Taoist wouldn't advise a ruler to use force of arms for conquest. That tactic backfires. Where the army marched, grow thorns and thistles. After the war come the bad harvests. Good leaders prosper, that's all, not presuming on victory. They prosper without boasting, or domineering, or arrogance. Prosper because they can't help it. Prosper without violence. Things flourish then perish, not the way. What's not the way soon ends. I always tell people, they laugh because, and actually I'll show you, because it's pertinent to what the last verse says. It's very pertinent. Bear with me. I don't know if you could see them, but here is a large number of stones. Probably about 60 or so. Various stones. Amethyst. One of my personal favorites. Tiger's Eye. What else we got? Citrine. We got a little cat's eye. Little hematite. What I'm getting at, Dragonstone. What I'm getting at by showing you these stones is in the last you got bunch too. What I'm getting at is that as humans, we think, I'll drop that link for you, Ducky. It's actually, the music is tied into the YouTube video. Let's see here. Boink. So, what I'm getting at by showing you the stones is that as humans, you know, we think we're so freaking important, right? But yet, after roughly 80 years or so, we are dust. These stones, who are thought of by most people as being insignificant, minuscule, medial little pieces of nothing but minerals that don't matter, they will actually exist long after I'm gone, long after my children, my grandchildren, their children, and their children, and their children, and their children, and so on. So really, as far as the nature of things and you know, as this states, things flourish then perish. Not the way, what's not the way soon ends. So these are an example of the way. These will never perish. Never. I mean, you could run water on these and, you know, maybe after 1 million, 2 million years, whatever, they'll erode into nothing, however long that takes. But the point is that stones exemplify the way. And I'm one of those crazy people that actually thinks that, you know, there is consciousness in these little guys. It may be so slow that we can't perceive it. It may be on a non-audible vibrational frequency that the human ear can perceive, or even a light frequency that our eyes can't perceive. If you actually look at the light spectrum, the human visible light spectrum is very small compared to the whole spectrum of light, which is classified as radiation. Butterflies actually can see more than we can. Insects, other things like that. But what I do with these stones is, every day, I'll close my eyes, I'll mix them up, take my hands off of them, and use both hands at the same time, and I will grab three total stones. And what's funny is I just meditate on what stones belong with me for the day, whether you want to call it what vibrational frequency, or what element, or what color, whatever the case may be. It's what either maybe it's the stones that want to come with me for that day. It doesn't matter to me. There is a lot of meaning behind these stones, which I learned when I first get them and I look at them, but I purposely forget it because I don't want my subconscious to change which stones I pick. But what I do is I grab them, and very often, even though after I mix them up and when I come home and put them in different places in the plate, I will grab the same 3 or the same 2 multiple days in a row. And obviously the chances of that are, for us big brain people, 3 out of 60. And I'm sure there's other variables that will increase or decrease the likelihood of grabbing the same stone. 2, 3. The most that's ever happened is 4 days in a row. I've grabbed multiple stones that were the same 4 days in a row by mixing them up, not looking at them. Sometimes it's different hands that grab the stones, and whatever hand I grab it with, they will go in that pocket, stay with me for the day. And for those of you that sometimes are anxious, they have specific worry stones, gallbladder stones, those as well. Stoner stones, they have those. This one's really cool. It looks like an eyeball. It's hard to see with the green screen. You got this guy's blue. But these are really good if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling worried about something, or if you're just. A lot of times I'll stick my hand in my pockets. People may think I'm playing pocket pool, but I don't give a fuck. What I do is I just rub them. And just by rubbing them, and even right now I'm rubbing this, I'm starting to get chills and just feeling very relaxed. So it's a good practice. Whether you don't believe in the hippie belief behind the stones, it's the tactile stimulation at the very least is very pleasing. Welcome into the mind of Doomwave. Y'all thought I was just a crazy ass mofo playing video games. Y'all was wrong. Not making war. Douchebag, thank you for the 2 ice creams. Oh shit. I mean, if you want to get enough stones that'll not make you crazy, my love, we better take a trip to Egypt and plan on bringing some of those back with us in the Great Pyramid. That's about how many stones your ass need. That's right, girl. Okay. I'm just kidding. Try it. You know I've been doing this for years. See, secretly, she always tells me I'm crazy. She tells me I'm crazy. But yeah, I'm the calm one. See how that works? I'm the calm one. Oh, you know it. Oh, Shanae. You know that Shanae. 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 Oh, you want to do a little ASMR with my head? Let's see if I rub it. Back to the Tao. Not making war. What the heck, dude? Did you hear it? Did it sound funny? Incent, grab it up. A Taoist wouldn't advise a ruler to use force of arms for conquest. And Doom already read that one. ADHD. 31. Actually, there's a pretty... It gets a little funky up in here, I think. Let's see. There we go. Yeah. Getting funky. Against war. Jam a stream, jam a stream, jam a stream. Even the best weapon is an unhappy tool, hateful to living things, so the follower of the way stays away from it. Weapons are unhappy tools, not chosen by thoughtful people, to be used only when there is no choice, and with a calm, still mind, without enjoyment. To enjoy using weapons is to enjoy killing people, and to enjoy killing people is to lose your share of the common good. It is right that the murder of many people be mourned and lamented. It is right that a victor in war be received with funeral ceremonies. Yes, war is fucked up. Fuck that shit. Make love, not war, baby. Sacred power. The way goes on forever nameless. Uncut wood, nothing important, yet nobody under heaven dare try to carve it. If rulers and leaders could use it, the 10,000 things would gather in homage, heaven and earth would drop sweet dew, and people, without being ordered, would be fair to one another. The way goes on forever nameless. To order, to govern, is to begin naming. When names proliferate, it's time to stop. If you know when to stop, you're in no danger. The way in the world is as a stream to a valley, a river to the sea. Is as a stream to a valley. Excellent. I throw Wayne Dyer's 80 essays on the Tao into the folder in cloud. Remind me hard drive is in box. Your hard drive is in your box. Want me to remind you later? Your hard drive is in your box. By the way, I just started watching a pretty cool show on Prime. It's called The Expanse. It's pretty neat. Not gonna lie, if you like spacey type shows. Mikey, what's happening, Mikey? What's happening? You didn't miss much, bro. This is like the first time I've streamed since Wednesday? Nice. Nice, it's good to hear. Squeaker Mikey's channel. Tuesday? Oh yeah, Tuesday. That was the last time I streamed, actually. Yeah, Thursday I came home. This learning all this new stuff and studying and working, running my business at the same time, and basically running my portions of my father's company is like wearing me down to no end. And I got home Thursday. My Summer One Sunshine made some super tasty pho, and I literally ate it and I passed out at like 6 o'clock, and I'm like, I can't stream. I'm just freaking exhausted. I wanted to, but I was just like, I can't. Thank you, Mikey, for the lemon. That's awesome, bro. Much love, brother. Much love. Hello. Kinds of power. Knowing other people is intelligence. Knowing yourself is wisdom. Overcoming others takes strength. Overcoming yourself takes greatness. Contentment is wealth. Boldly pushing forward takes resolution. Staying put keeps you in position. To live till you die is to live long enough. That's profound. Oh, dude, I'd list Manly P. Hall, Alan Watts. This is the opposite of the art of war. The opposite. Do without doing. Do without doing. Hey, over here, man, you gotta do without doing. Okay? How you doing without doing? That's like the Italian Taoist. Hey, how you doing without doing over here? Huh? Yo, I'm just chilling with Jimmy over here. We doing without doing. How you doing without doing? Huh? You know what I'm saying? I heard this guy talking about doing without doing. I'm like, what are you doing over here? You still gas? You going crazy? You losing your marbles over here? To be is to do something, and why would I ever want to do anything? I don't know. Why would you? Hey, some guy douchebag over here, he told me to remind you that you gotta take the thing and put it on the thing, and if you don't, I'm gonna break your kneecaps. Aight? Capiche? Capiche. Put the thing on the thing, and now my job here is done. I reminded you to put the thing on the... Like, I went into like a Bernie Sanders one almost. Like, put the thing on the thing. I'm Bernie. I'm not gonna raise anybody's taxes. Okay? $15 an hour? What are you, crazy? You're nuts? I can't pay you that. Go work for Hillary. Perfect trust. The great way runs. To left, to right. The 10,000 things depending on it. Living on it. Accepted by it. Doing its work, it goes unnamed. Clothing and feeding the 10,000 things. It lays no claim on them and asks nothing of them. Call it a small matter. The 10,000 things return to it, though it lays no claim on them. Call it great. So the wise soul without great doings achieves greatness. Gotta put the money in the bag. In the bag. This a robbery. Hey, put the money in the bag. This a robbery. Ouch. What happened, Summer? Did you hurt yourself? Did you stub your little sausage toes or something? Did you stub your little princess sausage toes over there? You know what I'm talking about? Huh? I oughta bara stu gassarna man fick dem in i faccia. Humane power 35 already, man. We're making great progress. What did we start on? We started like 7 6 15 13 12 no 13 8 minutes for what? Till some shady is on? 8 minutes. 8 minutes. 8 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. On. Sausage. Oh, I want some beef jerky. I want some corn dogs. I want some maro poke poke. Maro poke poke. Maro poke. Look at the sun's redness is reflecting off of my monitor and making my face red. Look, I'm like one of the planets orbiting. I'm going crazy. That's when you know you're getting tired, when you just start being ridic. Bro, you're ridic. You're ridic. You acting a little ridic over here. My friend says that this happens daily in New York. Hey yo, babe, make me a boga, a boja. We all out of buns. Jimmy, we can't make no boja. Hey babe, make me a sandwich. It's sandwich. Make me a bologna sandwich. Huh? What do you mean we don't got no buns over there? I went to the store last week. I picked up like 2-3 buns over there. Okay? So make me a fucking sandwich, or we gonna have a problem, capiche? Eh, what do you mean? I picked up like 2-3 of them. 2-3. 2-3 buns for the sandwich. And you gotta do like the shoulder thing when you say it. Like, hey, 2-3 buns for the sandwich, huh? For the sandwich. And put your hands up in the air. For the sandwich. Humane power. Hold fast to the great thought. I just thought. Hold fast to the great taught. For she is great and a taught. And all the world will come to you, harmless, peaceable, serene. Walking around, we stop for music, for food. But if you taste the way, it's flat, insipid. It looks like nothing much, and sounds like nothing much, and yet you can't get enough of it. It's like my pee-pee. It looks like nothing much. It sounds like nothing much. It's flat, insipid, and you can't get enough of it, Summer One Sunshine. Ooh, a sausage toast sandwich. I want a sausage toast sandwich smothered in Fromunda cheese. A boiga. Oh, a boiga. You mean a boiga? Bab. Bab, make me a boiga. A boiga. A boiga. We got no buns for the boiga, Bob. Know what I mean? Know what I mean, Bob? Hey Bob, I want you to make me a burger. You know, make it with a little bit of bologna, little bit of prosciutto. Throw a little sausage toast on that sandwich. We good to go. Good to go. Get out of here. The small, dark light. What seeks to shrink must first have grown. What seeks weakness surely was strong. What seeks its ruin must first have risen. What seeks to take has surely given. This is called the small dark light, the soft. The weak prevail over the hard, the strong. There is a third stanza in all the texts. Fish should stay underwater. The real means of rule should be kept dark. Get some fucking buns for the goddamn boiga. Jesus fuck, Bab. Get some fucking buns for the goddamn boiga. Jesus fuck, Bob. Bab. Oh, that's like Massachusetts. Bab, get the khakis. The khakis are in my khakis, Bab. Alright, so we're going to go to the last one overall. And then I think we're going to be done reading the Tao for tonight. Because the next is Book 2. Book 2. Overall, the way never does anything, and everything gets done. If those in power could hold the way, the 10,000 things would look after themselves. If even so they tried to act, I'd quiet them with nameless, the natural. In the unnamed, in the unshapen, is not wanting. In not wanting is stillness. In stillness, all of under heaven rests. Thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for your understanding. Go, Doomy Rangers. Mighty Doomy D-Live Rangers. You guys are my Doom Rangers. Doing without doing is like my sex life. It's like doing without doing. Hey, I got boigas. I got boigas in my schnash. You know what I mean? Damn boigas in my schnash. Hey, nobody knows how many boigas I got in my schnash. My schnajola. My schnajola. You want to pray with the brajola? I got boigas in my schnash. Why am I all blurry? Bro, there we go. Bro, you got boigers in your schnash. Bro. Did you guys enjoy that? You leaving, Ducky? I'm not done. His voice is like butter. I'm really good at relaxing, bro. Ask Summer One Sunshine. I go hard, so hard every day that as soon as I lay down, boop. If I have no TV on or nothing, boop. I'm fucking out. Like the dark, small light. I am out. Ooh, look at that purple. It's getting all purple. Purple to the durple. Purple nurples. that was fun. You know, it's good. It's good to take a break. Yeah, you've been fucking moving shit and doing all that stuff. It's good to take a break from gaming. You know, it's good to expand the mind. You know, meditate, dwell on things other than the non-important things that we use to distract ourselves. You know, because I've shit a lot of times. That's why I'd say anyone plays games realistically is because they want to escape from their reality. Yeah, I'm a fan of it. I love it. I used to fucking smoke mad herbage and just freaking 12 hours straight. In the stack. It's in the stack. Oh, my incense done. So let's see. Let's watch it tell me that been logged out. Yep, incense. You always do that to me. Why do you log me out? Then I try to log in and it acts all silly. Ooh, I'm on a satellite. Satellite in my eyes. Tell me why. Tell me older. And I wonder. Satellite in my head. Down on my satellite station. The business stack, the business stack. Get whacked in the business stack. Is it in the, oh, there it is. Change your thoughts. Change your thoughts. .zip. Thank you, sir. I'm going to gleefully provide this to Mrs. Summer One Sunshine. She's going to gleefully partake of the greatness that is Change Your Thoughts. Good night, Summer One Sunshine. Check you later, Dookie. Thank you for stopping by, bro. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure, McLeisure. I had fun. I hope y'all had fun. I'm kind of hungry. Me thinks I might should go check on Miss Summer One Sunshine. So, are you serious? Are you really Dr. Firefly? You are playing Fortnite on your PlayStation. Let's see, who do we got on here that I can hosty McHosty? Any recommendations for some hosts? Hosts with the most? What do you think, guys? Mr. Pickles is streaming? Why? Why? Why, Mr. Pickles? Are you not? Why are you not showing on my following? I'm following you, bro. Why are you not? D-Live's acting silly lately. Literally, people that I'm following, it's not showing them on my streaming list. Pep's not showing up either. What's going on here with my D-Live? Quandini, I don't think I'm following Quandini. It's not showing on my D Live. Oh, really? Everybody? It's not showing up on anything? Huh. Why are they doing that to people? All right, yeah, we'll give Quandini a nice he needs it too. No, he needs it. Mr. Pickles has got 45 people watching him. So D Live, if you're here, if you're listening, please can you fix the system? Yeah. Oh, you know why? I think they may be keep in mind, pull out your Linos as quick as you can, because they are gonna go very soon. They're gonna disappear. I think the 25th. Today's the 21st. Glitch in the system. Yeah, that's weird. I didn't even see Pep was streaming. But I'm gonna give Quandini needs some followers. So we're going to give Quandini a hosty McBoasty. Thank you so much, Mikey, for the lemon. And let's host Mr. Quandini. Quandini, everybody.